Oh my word, I cannot speak. Hunter Babyface Biden is getting in some more hot water as indictments are heating up on his rear end. Good thing the Justice Department's got Biden's back. So don't worry, Hunter, you might get an ankle monitor if anything. And Trump facing more legal trouble. Not just him, Senator Lindsey Graham may also get indicted, which is really crazy considering the indictment could come from a DA from Georgia, Fannie Willis. She's the one who had the famous mugshot taken of Donald Trump in Fulton County, Georgia. She's now attempting to go after possibly more people after her special counsel, grand jury, has recommended indicting more people. Let's watch, guys.
Could have been done years ago. So I worry that the Justice Department here is displaying the firearms charge to distract everybody from the really serious issue. The firearms charge, in terms of the public interest, is not that important. What's important is getting to the bottom of Hunter Biden's influencing or being influenced by foreign governments, the payments, whether he was trying to use his father's influence in politics and the economy to advantage foreign partners.
Yeah, well, there's no other explanation as to why he was getting so much money from these people.
AKA Burisma, China, Ukraine, fake LLCs, fake emails, so much fake shenanigans, guys.
But, you know, the IRS, you have to look at it in context of the IRS whistleblowers who said every time they saw a road leading towards Joe Biden, they were waved off. They said, don't do it. That was what they were charging David Weiss. And that may be why it took 5 years to get to this gun charge, which, as you say, could have been decided years ago in a couple of weeks. It was so obvious. Do you think all of this is kind of supporting what the IRS whistleblower?
5 years to get on some gun charges? What? They jumped on Trump like quick. He made a wrong cough, sneeze, fart. Got him. Got him by the pinky toe. But Hunter, ooh, we gotta wait 5 years to get him because we are like turtles.
We're saying that, in fact, there was an attempt by David Weiss to ward off anybody from making that connection between Joe Biden and his son. What Joe Biden was doing as vice president and the business that Hunter was doing.
Any normal investigators would have run as fast as they could have to get their hands on the information here. And effectively, David Weiss and his aides said, why don't you take your time? Why don't you take a little stroll? Or why don't you just stop completely? The problem here, and the Justice Department has not got around this yet, the problem here is that you have a natural conflict of interest when the Justice Department, which works for Joe Biden, is investigating Hunter Biden and maybe even Joe Biden. The answer is to bring someone from the outside to become the special counsel, like Robert Mueller was brought in to investigate President Trump, not to give the power back to the same.
And Robert Mueller came up with nothing for millions of dollars wasted taxpayer money. Thank you for that, Democrats.
Exactly.
Justice Department attorney who caused the problems.
It's very strange. All right, let's switch to the Trump indictment down in Georgia. And everybody was saying, how could they, indict 19 people, have a trial with 19 people? It's going to be crazy. But it turns out that the grand jury was ready to indict 20 more people, including Lindsey Graham. And Lindsey Graham stood up for himself, obviously. And we heard the soundbite earlier of what he said.
Lindsey Graham, 20 people to indict? What? So not only are they indicting Trump, they're indicting his lawyers, his friends, acquaintances, and now senators. What is going on in Georgia?
Response was he had a right to challenge an election. In fact, he said he had a duty to challenge an election, and that is not insurrection. That is not election interference. What do you think?
This shows how out of control
that is called the First Amendment, right to speak. Come on, DA of Georgia, Fannie Willis, what are you doing?
Original investigation was by DA Fannie Willis. Not only are they not paying attention to the right balance between the state governments and the federal government, they're ignoring the free speech and First Amendment protections for regular political activity. Look, here you've got a DA who's now trying to prosecute the head of the executive branch, the president. She's now thought about, maybe she still will, indict senators in the U.S. Congress. Maybe she's going to go after the U.S. Supreme Court next. Chief Justice John Roberts better lawyer up because maybe
Don't give her
Fani
any
Willis doesn't
ideas,
like
John.
the Supreme Court's decisions.
Don't give her any ideas. All right. Very quickly, I want to get a final thought in on the 14th Amendment. A lot of people say that can be used to prevent Donald Trump from running for office because of what the 14th Amendment says about insurrection and if you're an insurrectionist, et cetera. But remember, Donald Trump has not been indicted on insurrection. So is that charge kind of a phony charge?
Look, this is still part of the Constitution. The Constitution of the 14th Amendment, as you said, allows the disqualification of someone who participated in an insurrection. But it can't be anybody in the entire country can decide that and take it into their own hands. It's got to be, I think, a branch of the federal government. Now, look, Senate acquitted President Trump of insurrection, and the special counsel chose not to prosecute.
That's right. Yeah. So he wasn't. I mean, if Jack Smith had the evidence that he was guilty of insurrection, he would have been indicted for that. John, we got to leave it at that. We got 3 things in. Very good work. I appreciate you being here.
He would have been indicted. He would have been disqualified from running for the general elections in 2024 if he would have said, "Storm the gates." If he would have told those people in his protest when he was speaking over there following the elections, he would for sure be disqualified right now, 100%. There you have it, folks. Tyrannical DAs in Georgia, Fani Willis, going crazy over there trying to get everyone and their mama put in jail for having free speech, for being friends with Trump, for being a lawyer with Trump, and anything in between. What the heck kind of upside down bizarro justice is this? Come on, they need to investigate the Bidens at least. We need to get something on that. They give us little crumbs of investigation hints and indictments, and maybe Hunter gets an ankle monitor. I don't know. House arrest. Because they have a lot of friends in high places, and they can do pretty much whatever they can want to do. Nothing's stopping them. But Trump, his family, go to jail. While you jaywalk, jail. You smoke in a public train, jail. Craziness, guys. Craziness, man. Anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe. See you on the next one.